In a world where humans and wildlife often collide, one mission is trying to bring them closer together. Technology is often blamed for separating us from nature, but what if it could help us protect it instead? Deep in a rehabilitation center, a woman is preparing for a rescue unlike any before. She doesn't know it yet, but the cub she's about to save will change everything she thought she knew about wildlife care. This is Kira's journey, and this is where technology met the wild. Meet Blessing, a wildlife rehabilitator driven by compassion, patience, and innovation. Her work is simple, but powerful to rescue, heal, and return animals safely back to the wild. For years, Blessing has walked the delicate line between human intervention and wild instinct. She's learned that saving an animal isn't just about treating wounds or providing food. It's about understanding their language, reading their fear, and knowing when to step back. But traditional methods can only tell you so much. You can watch behavior, track eating patterns, monitor healing, but what about the things you can't see? The stress levels rising silently, the triggers you don't recognize until it's too late, the subtle signs that an animal is ready to return home or not quite there yet. That's when Blessing started exploring something different. Technology designed not to control wildlife, but to truly understand them. Systems that could track heart rates, measure stress responses, and even allow animals to communicate their preferences in ways humans might otherwise miss. For Blessing, caring for wildlife isn't just about hands and heart. It's also about using the right tools to see what compassion alone cannot reveal. And today, she's about to put all of it to use. The rescue technology room hums quietly with life. Screens glow soft blue against the walls, displaying maps, tracking data, and real-time alerts from the field. Blessing moves through the space with practiced ease, checking equipment, preparing transport crates, reviewing the latest reports. Her phone buzzes, a message from a ranger. Injured cub spotted near the eastern bush trail, appears separated from family, scared, won't approach. Blessing's heart sinks. A cub alone is already vulnerable, a frightened one. That makes rescue 10 times harder. She gathers her gear, medical supplies, blankets, the portable monitoring device she's been testing. This isn't just about getting the animal to safety. It's about doing it in a way that minimizes trauma, that respects the wild creature's instincts even in crisis. She heads out. The trail is quiet when she arrives. Too quiet. No birdsong, no rustling, just stillness, and somewhere in that stillness, a terrified cub hiding. Then she hears it, a faint, broken sound, almost like whimpering but strained. Blessing follows the sound carefully, moving through the underbrush until she sees her. Small, alone, shaking. A cub no more than a few months old, pressed against the base of a tree, her fur matted with dirt and blood. One leg held at an awkward angle, her eyes wide, locked on Blessing with pure, primal fear. She had been injured and separated from her family, and now survival instinct had turned into paralyzing terror. Blessing kneels slowly, keeping distance, her voice barely above a whisper. "It's okay, I'm going to save you." No sudden movements, no reaching forward, just presence, just patience, just letting the cub know she's safe. It takes nearly an hour before the cub stops trembling. Another 30 minutes before Blessing can gently wrap her in a blanket and carefully lift her into the transport crate. That was the moment Kira's journey began. Back at the center, the cub is given a name, Kira. She's young, scared, and unsure of the world around her. Her injured leg has been treated, bandaged carefully, but the physical wound is only part of the problem. The deeper injury, the one that doesn't show on X-rays, is fear itself. Kira won't eat, won't move unless she has to. She stays pressed into the corner of her enclosure, eyes tracking every sound, every shadow, every movement beyond the glass. Blessing watches her from outside, heart heavy but steady. She's seen this before. The wildness turned inward. the survival instinct so strong it becomes paralysis. Rehabilitation isn't just about healing wounds. It's about rebuilding trust. And trust, Blessing knows, cannot be rushed. The first few days are slow. Blessing enters the enclosure only when necessary, moving quietly, speaking softly. She places food at a distance, never forcing interaction. She sits on the floor sometimes, just being present, letting Kira get used to her scent, her voice, her stillness. Kira doesn't approach, but she watches. Day 4, Blessing notices something small. Kira's ears flick forward when she hears Blessing's footsteps, not back in alarm, forward, curious. Day 6, the food bowl is empty. Day 9, Kira takes 3 steps toward Blessing before retreating. Progress isn't loud. It doesn't announce itself. It comes in tiny, fragile moments that could shatter with one wrong move. But Blessing sees it, and she keeps showing up. Because Kira needs help, and she needs time. And time in this place is something Blessing is willing to give. This is where technology steps in. Blessing introduces Kira to something new, a touchscreen panel installed at cub height along one wall of the enclosure. It's part of an AI-assisted system designed not to control her, but to help them understand her. At first, Kira ignores it completely. Just another strange human thing in a world full of them. But curiosity, it turns out, is stronger than fear. One morning, Blessing watches as Kira approaches the screen. She sniffs it, paws at it cautiously. An image lights up fruit. Kira jumps back, then edges forward again. The system is simple but brilliant. It monitors behavior, tracks stress levels through sensors embedded in the floor, and offers choices. Food preferences, enrichment activities, even temperature control. It doesn't replace human care, it supports it. Blessing leans closer to the glass, watching. Kira, tell me your favorite food. Kira touches the screen. An image of berries appears. She touches it again. Berries it is, Blessing whispers, smiling. Small moments like this help them learn who Kira is, her needs, her personality, her comfort level. The AI tracks patterns Blessing might miss. When Kira is most active, what sounds calm her, when her heart rate spikes. And slowly, something changes. Kira starts approaching the screen daily, starts responding to Blessing's voice with less hesitation, starts playing. Blessing watches her one evening, tumbling with a ball, and feels something shift in her chest. I think she's starting to trust us. Kira is healing. Her leg is stronger. She moves with confidence now, curious and playful within her enclosure. But fear doesn't disappear overnight. The next phase is the hardest, reintroduction to her own kind. Because the wild can be unforgiving, and surviving among other animals again is a challenge she must face. Blessing moves Kira to a larger space, one shared with another young cub named Zuri. Through the partition, Kira watches. Her body tenses, ears flat. Every step forward is taken carefully. The barrier is removed. Zuri approaches, playful and unafraid. Kira backs away, a low growl rumbling in her throat. Blessing stays close, monitoring through the AI system. Kira's heart rate spikes, but she doesn't flee. Days pass. Kira watches Zuri play, eat, explore. Slowly, the distance shrinks. Then one morning, it happens. Zuri nudges a ball toward Kira. Kira hesitates, then swats it back. With patience, care, and gentle guidance, Kira begins to overcome her fears. She plays, she explores, she grows stronger. A week later, 2 more cubs join them. Kira doesn't retreat, she wrestles, she chases, she belongs. Blessing watches from the observation room, tears in her eyes. We're almost there. She's almost ready to return to where she belongs. And then it's time. Time to let go. The transport crate sits at the edge of the forest, doors open wide. Inside, Kira paces, not from fear this time, but from something else. Anticipation, instinct calling her home. Blessing stands at a distance, heart pounding. This is the moment she's worked toward for months, the moment that should feel like victory. So why does it feel like goodbye? The AI tracker is secured gently around Kira's neck, lightweight, non-invasive, designed to fall off naturally after a few months, just enough time to make sure she's truly okay. Kira steps out slowly. Her paws touch wild earth for the first time in so long. She runs toward the forest, muscles strong, movements fluid. Then suddenly she stops. She turns. Her eyes find blessings across the clearing, a moment suspended, a shared breath. Then Kira continues forward and disappears into the trees. Blessing exhales, tears streaming down her face. Freedom doesn't always look easy, but it's necessary. And somewhere deep in the forest, Kira is finally, truly home. Though Kira is back in the wild, we are still connected. Back in the rescue technology room, Blessing watches the screen. A small blip moves steadily across the digital map, Kira traveling deeper into the forest. The AI tracking system sends gentle updates. Heart rate, normal. Movement patterns, active. Stress levels, low. Using this non-invasive technology, they continue to monitor her movement and well-being from a safe distance. Not to interfere, but to protect. 3 weeks later, the tracker shows something remarkable. Kira has joined a family group. She's hunting, playing, thriving. Blessing leans back in her chair, closing her eyes, allowing herself to finally breathe. Kira's story reminds us that technology doesn't have to distance us from nature. When used with respect and compassion, it can help us understand, protect, and preserve wildlife in ways we never could before. It can give voice to the voiceless. It can bridge the gap between human care and wild freedom. This is how tech meets nature. This is how wild bonds are rebuilt. One rescue at a time, one life at a time. If you believe animals deserve care, respect, and a second chance, please like, share, and subscribe. Because every life matters. Even the smallest cub, lost and afraid, deserves to find her way home. Thanks for watching.